Alrighty, so we're at 43 hours with the 2038R here, and it has been really good to me. I don't think I've been very good to it. I try to take pretty good care of it. I really do like this guy, but you might be wondering why we're staring at a tire. Well, unfortunately, one of the things that we've had go on here is a little bit of a tire issue. Let's see here. There we are. So that's probably not part of our tread pattern. Not 100% sure what that guy is, but it's definitely metal. And my tire pressure is pretty good right now, but yesterday, while my brother was over, he noticed that I was kind of not great on the rim here, and I got to looking at it and decided that my tire pressure was abysmal, and for some reason I hadn't noticed. So we put some air in it. It seems to be holding air actually really good, even with my new stud in my tire. So yeah, we're gonna have to get that fixed now. Man, I was really close. If it had gone in there, I don't think we would have had nearly as much of a problem, but life being as what it is, we've got at least this one right here. It's kind of an issue. So yeah, we're gonna have to get that fixed, but 43 hours so far. We've had a few things go on here. Looking back, we've really been able to get a lot done with Big Bad John here, and I don't know if you can notice it, but actually the day before yesterday, Big Bad John got washed. Well, rinsed off anyway. I got all the mud and stuff off my floor mats, went through and removed all my branches. Probably got some more because we went in the woods again. Yeah. So, oh no. Kalira, you're not dead, right? Kalira. Good. Okay. All my puppies. Lots of them. This one here's my best buddy while I'm outside. Well, her dad's supposed to be, but he likes to sulk. But so I've managed to do a little bit of cosmetic, mostly damage to implements. That guy there, my forks are tweaked slightly, but they're even again, and it's really not that bad, so no real worry there. The bucket has held up amazing. I'm almost 100% sure that it should not be in the kind of shape that it's in. It is not that thick of metal, and I have done worrying things to it structurally. I've asked a lot of this bucket, and it has it has put up with it completely and totally. I mean, there's a lot of dirt in there that I think is actually part of the paint, and there's a lot of paint in there that isn't in there. I mean, it is seen everything that I can throw at it, and it is beautiful still, structurally anyway. And were I to get another bucket today, it would probably be black, because green just really highlights silver really well once you get that really nice paint off of it. But I mean, it's pretty thin. It's really thin metal, but it is doing great. And the tractor has really handled my inexperience and not understanding what I can and can't ask of it really well. It has weathered that like a champ. I do still need to figure out how to tighten this thing. That is a huge bolt. I don't think I've got anything that can do that, but it is I'm almost 100% sure it shouldn't be this wiggly on there. I need to grease these things. I've actually got a grease gun, but I'm not sure what kind of grease I need to put in there. I need to look at my manual on that. Another little point of damage that I discovered was someone decided to bite this thing off, and it actually doesn't look like it was a dog. If it was one of my dogs, which they don't really do a lot of chewing, to be honest, they would have taken all of them, because that's who they are. And I did find it. It was directly underneath this thing, which leads further along that path of it's probably not the dogs, because they obtain things, they obtain all the things, and then they take them to their secret hidey hole, and then they chew them up. But this is kind of like something that the dogs would probably like as far as chewing. But again, I am almost 100% sure it wasn't them. I don't know who it was, because like I said, it was directly underneath this thing whenever I came out there. I'm sure it's a cheap part, and to be honest, I'm not really worried about it, because I'm pretty sure that you only disconnect these if you want to take the front end loader off, and I can't think of a good reason to do so. I live in a region where I would never need to snow blow, and I mean, I've seen some attachments that you can throw on the front of this thing instead of the loader that maybe I could get some use out of, like a front mower, but that's probably not going to happen. I'm not that serious about mowing. In fact, I bought this guy mostly because it's got the mid PTO, and I could do a mid mount mower as long as I was taking it kind of easy on the lawn. That would be fine, and that's something that I would like to do, and it will probably happen here in 3 months or so, I think. Oh, I left my chain on. Well, actually, I throw this at my floorboards. My brother threw this up here. Yeah, we're going to handle that in a second, because that is both of the chains, so it's 20 foot. It's kind of heavy with one hand, especially when it's my left hand and I'm trying to operate the other with a camera. So these guys here I got really worried about breaking. I've seen Tractor Time with Tim talk about how it's very easy to break them. I have every intention of pulling them off at some point and flipping them out so that these guys are on that side and these guys are on this side, or just removing them if it looks like that's something I can do, because I can't think of a good reason to have them. I don't have a trailer for this thing, and so there's really no reason to even attempt to go anywhere on a road or anything, and even if I did so, it would be out that gate right there and in my front area where that is. So really not any reason to have them. I'm sure a lot of people get a lot of use out of them, but I'm sure almost as many end up breaking them. And I did go into the woods, and that was a very big worry. And they are, I mean, they're stout, but they're plastic, so last thing I want to do is peel them off, because I just don't like breaking my toys. And this is currently my most expensive toy, unless wives count. I have one of those, and she's great, but she watches my videos, and so hopefully she gets a little laugh out of that. That's fun. Yeah, so 7 more hours, and we're at 50, and we got to do stuff and see if the regen thing explodes and takes my very fun toy with it. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. Oof. Oh, that's mud, I think. Yeah. Whew. A lot of plastic on this guy, and that doesn't really bother me that much, as long as the pieces that matter are metal. And I did see Good Works Tractors thing where he was talking about somebody that sold him a John Deere that had taken a tree to the front hood, and a Kubota that had taken more or less the same thing. And even though the Kubotas are metal, the John Deere ended up coming out a little bit less of a permanent situation there for breaking apart the thing. And honestly, I just don't care. It makes the tractor a little lighter. I guess that could be both a good and a bad thing. But it's undercover over here. But we do get a lot of sunlight, and it's not going to fade as bad. Although the end goal is this guy's going to end up with a little garage of its own, because that's not really what this is. I don't know what this is, actually. It's like a patio. Yeah, didn't put it in my water softener because it turned out it was delivered broken, and I just found out. So that's going to be fun to try to ship. It's 108 pounds. A lot of fun to try to muscle around. I actually did the lazy cowboy thing, I guess, and put it in the loader and took it to my pump house and tried to install it, and whoops, it's broken bad. So that's fun. Not like Big Bad John. Big Bad John should probably be broken because I'm so new with tractors and got confused on whether or not this thing's a skid steer. It is not a skid steer, but if you're careful and take your time, it can do many of the same things. It just takes longer, and that's fine because I priced out a skid steer because I got kind of the mind that maybe I could get an air-conditioned cab in a form factor that's roughly the same basic size as this thing, and thought, well, okay. And I went out online, and I must have found the dealer pricing or something on one, and for a little more than $7,000, I was looking at a skid steer with air-conditioned cab, and that was hard to pass up. So I inquired, and yeah, I was probably $10,000 or $20,000 off of what they were going to actually let me have one for. So yeah, we have Big Bad John. Besides, I'm pretty sure that I can't mow lawns with a skid steer. I mean, I guess I could, but I wouldn't have a lawn very long, because I think the one that I was looking at was right around 6,000 pounds, which is probably more than I'm going to want to drive around on a lawn with, especially turning corners, because I think this thing's actually going to end up being too much tractor to do anything on my lawn. So yeah, good times though. This thing has been nothing but good to me, and if I was going to review it, which is, I guess, kind of what I was thinking I was going to do with this guy this time, it would be a good review. It's a great little tractor. Needs more implements, though, of course, and little attachments. Like, I keep telling myself I'm going to go to bolt-on hooks and get a handle, maybe two handles, maybe a handle and a rear view mirror. I don't know. And absolutely, I need to put some hooks in this thing, because while I get a lot of use of the pallet fork frames, the bucket is it's great for doing all-purpose things that I just don't think that I would use with the pallet fork frames. Not until I get the grapple for it. But yeah, oh goodness, sorry about that. Hanging out outside, chilling, talking to my camera makes me tired, apparently. I guess I wouldn't make a very good YouTuber. I'm okay with that. I just like documenting things. This will be hilarious to me in 10 years. I am almost 100% sure. So, hi, future me. All right, everyone. Good night.